we have reached the final Friday of the high school girls basketball regular season. Playoff draws are already out, so for many teams, their final games serve more as tune-ups ahead of sectionals. But in Decatur, tonight's matchup is the one thing separating Bellmont from a conference championship. So let's head down to the teepee. The Braves host the Leo Lions, and a Bellmont win locks up a 20-win season and a perfect NE8 slate. But it's the Lions scoring first as Melina Lake gets open on the cut down low. But if you're watching a Bellmont game, expect some highlights from the Blakeys. Emily gets the scoring going with the drive into the paint, the impressive layup. That knocks things up early in this one. But then it's Ashley Blakey's turn to light up the scoreboard. The freshman pulls up from deep and nails the three-pointer. Then Leo tries putting some pressure on the Braves here with the pass up the court. But this one is knocked away, loose by Bellmont. The Braves then take it up the court themselves. The long pass back to Ashley, and she's going to lay it on in. Bellmont goes on to cruise to the big win tonight, and they are outright NE8 champs. As for the rest of our local conferences, those championship races already wrapped up heading into tonight. Bluffton dominated the ACAC, while Eastside rattled off its first ever perfect 10-0 NECC slate. Warsaw and Homestead were both also perfect in conference play as they clinched the NLC and SAC respectively. Then Wabash and Whitco shared the Three Rivers crown, with the Wildcats holding the head-to-head in bragging rights. Speaking of bragging rights now, Carroll and Snyder face off for third place in the SAC. And early on, Carroll's Ava Meyer grabs the loose ball, takes it to the hoop herself, and this one builds up to a 5-point Charger lead. Now, just a couple of plays later, Myers going to take it down, blocked by Gabriella Barnes, but it's Lily George getting the ball and the bucket for Carroll. Good team effort there, and is now 13-8 after one quarter. To the second we go now, Carroll up 8, but Snyder's Kira Parker cutting into that lead. She hits a three-pointer to bring it back to a 5-point Charger lead. Now later in the quarter, it's the and one for Snyder's Jemiah Cooper, and it is a 24-17 ball game at this point. But bad news for the Panthers, good news for the Chargers, as Carroll would go on to overwhelm down the stretch. Freshman Kyla Hafner finishes with 32 points, and the Chargers get that 12-point win. These two teams will meet again next Friday in a rematch in playoffs. Some other notable scores from around the region. Defending 2A champs Bishop Lures trying to break a losing streak against Wayne, but it's the Generals heading into postseason play with some momentum. Then Southside and Dwenger fill out our Fort Wayne matchups with the Saints picking up that late season win. Sea City needs a win to stay in the NE8 title race, and they get it against New Haven, but Belmont's win leaves the Eagles stuck in second. Then Norwell and East Noble have both gotten hot lately, and it's the Knights winning big, taking a 4-game win into postseason play as well.